Hello and welcome to the first part of Football Manager 2014 Challenge number 1. It is going to be with Norwich and it is of course the Saviour Cometh. Now I was planning on doing Wigan, doing live commentaries for Wigan for the first couple of weeks, however that did not come to pass. I would rather start this. I actually didn't know challenges were going to be on the beta, and yes, if you are watching many months into the future when this was uploaded, yes, this is the beta. I just want to point out that the Wigan save, I tried doing a couple of commentaries, I played a couple of games, and honestly, I just kind of want to play the game. Sorry for wanting to play the game that I've been waiting for the last 4 or 5 months. That will continue to be updated. I thought I'd just start that series with a couple of live commentaries, and then we'll get into the updates. But this will be 100% live, so we are doing what I said I was going to do just a bit earlier than I thought, which is handy, really. So here we go. Norwich point job as manager. See what I mean about the whole first name, second name thing? It's good, isn't it? Well, one thing fucking, why is this necessary? I click off it once. That's all I should need to do for the rest of the game. Right, let me just send me all the nickname then. So Saviour Cometh. Don't take not Norwich hot seats. Need to pick the captain, who will be Basong. That sounds good to me. And the questions here. Now, of course, this is the FMC skin. If you're wondering, I just want to point out very, very quickly, for those to save you asking, this is the default FMC Football Manager Classic skin. It's default for all challenges, and if you start your game in Football Manager Classic, you can't download it yet, as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm aware, I should say. If you do a Google search, you might be able to, but at the moment, I don't think it's downloadable. It's a default skin. Anyway. Okay, yeah, let's just say that, whatever I've just said. Right, let's have a look at the team. Oh, good, Bassong's injured for 2 months. That's wonderful. Okay, we're into January 2014. This is how the league looks. We're in absolutely all over the place. Well, actually, we're not bottom, unlike the previous Saviour Cometh, where you were literally bottom by an enormous margin. This one isn't that bad. We've actually won. Well, yeah, you win 3 games, drawn 1, but we've only scored 7 all season. I sincerely doubt that will actually happen, but we've still got plenty of transfer window open, and this one will be live until, I'm just going to do this 100% live until the first game. We'll record the first game live in this video, and then we'll go game by game from then. So let's have a look at the team. Firstly, the morale's absolutely destroyed. The game has already picked the team for me, which is nice, but this is a really good team, and really, theoretically, it's a good team, and I think it is a perfect challenge for doing the Saviour Cometh, because they are potentially, not saying they will be, but they could be relegation candidates, which surprised me really, considering how good the team is. A lot of for example, the game thinks. Now, I'm not just saying that based on my opinion. That's what the game thinks. The game thinks their I think predicted league finish is 17th, so they are possible relegation candidates. But I really like some of these players. I think Russell Martin, Stephen Whittaker, Sebastian Bassong, Javier Garrido, Tetty, Fair, Snodgrass, Redmond, Pilkington, Houlihan, Amanda, Wolfswinkel, Hooper, all good. They're all really good players, and wouldn't necessarily take all of these. For example, if I wanted to play in Liverpool, for example, but I'd be fairly happy, if I was a Norwich fan with that team. So we're going to go on now. We're going to have a look as well at the old transfer list to see who is available now. We have a £5 million transfer budget with £50,000 available in wages. I'm not sure whether we're actually going to use all that, or we might need to swap a few things out. First thing I like to do is just get an at a glance idea, just to see where we do need to strengthen. As I say, at a glance with the team report here. Maybe another striker, maybe. I'm not so sure about Johan Amanda. I don't think he's all that. Well, I just said earlier he's a good player. Okay, I think he's okay. Put it that way. He's one I will actually take it back and say, yeah, he's okay. Let's see. So just again at a glance, I'm probably going to say maybe a right-sided player. I think that's certainly a right-sided player, and perhaps a centre back. Okay, so are these all? They're not all transfer listed. So I don't know. That's the default in my mind. I'm sorry that. Yeah, add condition. Whenever I see that, I think transfer listed, and it's the same once again. The one we see all the time. At the start of the game, we've got Charlie Adam, we've got Mark Gonzalez, Whelan, Sharp, Maynard. Same old people we all see. Let's see. So I said right-sided player. Now I said that as well with Wigan. I'm not so sure about this guy from the Gambia. Kieran Richardson can play on the right. I don't think he's all that great, actually, so I'm not going to go for him. Craig Conway might be a decent shot. Let's just see how much I can see what they think of him. They might think I'm crazy for thinking that, but whatever. It was good for me in Cardiff when I went there for a few years. But yeah, that might be a decent signing, possibly. Bear in mind, this is all temporary. I'm not doing this for a long save. If you want a long save, watch the Wigan series. This is not a long save. This is simply from January to May. That's all it is. Game by game will be how many? We're not. It's all going to be pure league. So that's going to be 17 games. Probably going to be about 17 or 18 videos then, depending if I make a one-off or or whatever. We can buy Doctor Who. Look at that. That's good, isn't it? Albert Riera. Might be a decent addition. You are going to have to pay the money though, I will say that. Also, I will give each run, if you're wondering, I will give each run on the Saviour Cometh and eventually subsequently the Invincibles and Injury Crisis 3 goes. If I can't do them in 3, and they will all be with the same team, if I can't do it in 3 goes, in fact I might change the teams possibly, but if I can't do it in 3 goes, we're just going to put it down to fail and we'll move on, okay? Unless there's high demand for it. So yeah, I think we'll just leave it at that for now. Just get an idea of what's going on. We'll also have a look at the potential loanee signings. There's not that many there again. Matthew Fry, it might be decent, possibly. Might grab me a few goals. Well, Ruben Rashina as well. Again, this is just idea generating at the minute. I'm not being serious with every single one of these. I just want to see what the scouts think. I'll look at that, make my own decision, and then we'll move on. So let's press continue. I'm liking this new FMC skin, actually. It's, again, just a little bit nicer than the last one. I don't know, I just like the sort of shadowy bits. If you know what I mean. Like, how it's like goes from dark to light. I don't know, there is a technical artsy term, but I don't know what it is. Let's see, jump aiming high. Oh, it's yellow, that's why, that's quite cool. Actually, that's one thing you do need to do. That reminds me. No, we're not selling Teddy. Go away. And also, I don't know how good is he. If the old reports. Yeah, go on. You can have him if you want. Are they paying wages or anything? Yeah, 100% of his wages might lift the wage bill, I suppose. Damn, I wanted to do something. Oh yeah. Check the reserves. And check again. It's more of an at a glance thing, I'm not going to go into excruciating detail on camera like I do off camera because people don't. Yeah, you don't want to watch that, do you? Let's see. What did I want to do? Scouting. Let's see. Let's just go with current ability since that's what we need at the minute. Who's the standout player? Well, it's Declan Rice, who's on loan at Preston and has had Luciano Becchio. What's he doing in the reserves? That's about there. Becchio could be a decent player on his day. Yeah, that's it really. As I say, I'm not, bear in mind, whilst these are all young, no good to me, I'm looking for the next sort of 6 months or so. Right. Oh, it's picked a team for you. That's quite cool. I like that. Because you go into the team and it's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know any of these players. The question now is, of course, I need to find out what their best roles are. And advanced forward is currently picked as target man. Poacher appears to be his best one, so we'll stick in there. Bear in mind, I wouldn't just say the play suitability is absolutely every time. You will have to, if, for example, you got to look at, who was it, Houlihan. He might be technically not by much, but he might be a better advanced playmaker than he is Nganche or whatever. I don't actually know how you pronounce it. Nganche, I think is how you pronounce it. But just for now, we'll go with the advanced playmaker because I do like my APs. We'll have a shadow striker for Snodgrass. That's interesting. We get to see that one for the first time. We'll leave him as attacking midfielder. Johnny Howson, box to box because he's a good workhorse. And we'll leave Leroy Fair. We'll leave him as automatic. And Turner can be a central defender. And the same goes for Daniel Ayala. I was going to say the other Ayala. Who's the young Ayala who used to play for Liverpool? That's what I'm thinking of. This is actually very different to the team. Formation, I should say, than I usually would play. I do like my teams with width. I like them with, speed down the flanks, but this is a very narrow formation. It's not overly narrow. I imagine they will split and diverge and so on, but yeah, it's a different one for me. I'm just gonna go now and just gonna go into the game. We're just gonna see how they go. Don't know if the team instructions have been set and all this. Let's have a look. Okay, well, I'm not going to set these now or anything, but I'm sure the game will pick them for themselves, to be honest. Let's just stick Snodgrass on free kicks. And yeah, let's just stick Snodgrass. I know he only says left. If it's right only, then you pay attention, but if it's left, you can get away with it. So we'll get into the first one then. So as I say, all these games will be completely live. The first one's going to be against Everton, typically, against Norwich here at Goodison Park. Referee's going to be lenient. So if Sunderland can, hell, we could even catch Everton. I'm not being, look at that. We could potentially cut the gap to Everton, 17th there, to just 6 points. That's not overly challenging, but I imagine with the poor form that we're currently in, the morale's down, everything like that, it could be tricky, but we'll see how we go. Don't expect wonders in the first game. I've not brought any new signings in. I've not really had a great deal of a chance to look at them yet, so don't go mad if I get absolutely twatted here. There's plenty more games left. Well, let's say that. Like 16 games left or something. Anyway, let's play. Oh yes, and I forgot to do the settings. That's one thing, of course, you always have to do. Let's see, during highlights, I used to go 1, 2, yeah, let's do that. Between highlights, okay, I think that's fine, okay. Let's see how we go. So we've got a corner here, Robert Snodgrass, this stand away. Now, of course, Stephen Pienaar, who has, I've not yet seen play for Everton. Is he injured? I'm not sure. I haven't been keeping too many tabs on Everton this season. They've just, I say Everton, all I've seen is Romelu Lukaku, really. And speaking of Pienaar, that is a shocking, shocking miss. He should have done way better. Lukaku is up front. It's at Barkley, sorry. I think Lukaku was playing. I saw his name earlier. I like how you click on them now, they generate this sort of halo around them. That's quite cool. Russell Martin puts the ball in, he puts it back in again. Here's Ricky Van Wolfswinkel. He maybe should have scored there. No, hang on. Look at that, you can apply advice. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get back here. So let's try that. But he should be able to shake it off. We'll leave him on for now. I'm not, as I say, I'm not Elmander's biggest fan. I think he's a decent player on his day, but I'm not a huge fan of him. Has to be said, he didn't impress me all that much at Bolton. But I'll say it once more, just to back myself up from earlier, I think he can be okay on his day. Is Coleman now for Everton, a player who I also think is pretty damn decent on his day. The most consistent player in the world, but has impressed me, I've got to say. There's Van Wolfswinkel, another player I like. And he just hit the post. And it would be great to get a start here. Now, you may remember, of course, the other year on FM13 I should say, I started the Saviour Cometh with Southampton and stopped after 5 games. What happened there? I was very silent on it. And, I was deliberately silent. I didn't just forget about it. I literally played it and had lost so many games that it was almost an impossible position. Already, literally after not 5 games, I think it was more like 6 or 7 games. But it was already in such a terrible position that I literally couldn't do anything else. No matter what I did, we were virtually guaranteed to go down. So I thought, sod it, stop the game. Just no, not wasting my time, your time, anything. So I just quietly stopped it. And also people didn't really ask. If enough people had asked at the start, I probably would have made a video saying, right, this is what happened. But no one asked until like 3 months later. So at that point, I just didn't care. But I wouldn't be doing it with this one. This isn't a proper official series that I've tried to hype. Don't know if there was enough in there. But Everton are starting to get just a little bit on top now. And there is Ross Barkley. I wonder how his stats are going to fare this season. Whether he'll have some really good ones, or people will call him overpowered, or people will say he's not got enough good stats for what he is. Personally, I think people again just the team to be better overexcited. I think he's good. He looks like a good player. He looks like a very good player. But that's what we do though. We get very excited over young English players. That's just a natural reaction, I suppose. But as I say, he does look good. Don't get me wrong. Who is it going to break for? Javier Garrido, and we've hit back immediately. No, it's not. He's offside. For God's sake, how many offside fucking goals are we going to have? Sorry, I've just had something for Wigan then, and that's like 2 in a row I've had now. Come on. Well, at least, I changed the attacking, and we have had the ball in the net at least, but a tackle, for goodness sake, on Mirella should have scored there. That's a poor miss. And we're going to go into half time, it seems. 1-0 down. Ricky Van Wolfswinkel not having a very good game, is he? Okay, we're going to have him then. No, we'll keep him as a poacher. Okay, Almanda definitely needs to attack. I'm struggling, I've got to admit, with this game so far. I'm really struggling, not having a good time of it at all. Right. We'll just leave it at that for now and see where we go. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an away game, maybe a point here against Everton. I mean, they are, yeah, okay, I've got to take someone off. Let's take Van Wolfswinkel off, he's been terrible. Bring Gary Hooper on. And Johnny Howson's not had a particularly good game either. We'll bring on... Bring on Olsen. Oh, look, they can change his role. What does it actually tell you? It does, that's excellent. Did not know that. Yeah, let's keep him as a poacher. I think that might actually be the same as Van Wolfswinkel, I'm not sure there. Oh man, he's had a few knocks. Get him off, he keeps getting fucking injured. Bring on Pilkington. And with just no highlights whatsoever. Not, there we go, finally. There's Hula anyway. Can we get a point here? I'd be happy enough with a point for the start. Just, no. I mean, Everton are 17th, I just want to point out. As I said, we could have caught them. Or can still catch them. Here's Gary Hooper. And Howard with a good save. Going to adjust something then, but no, we've got a corner. Let's see what happens here first. Oh, went right through. Morales, unconvincing header out. Howard didn't catch it. Again, it goes through. Comes out to Martin here. Poor touch from Snodgrass. I thought he'd let that one go, but he's... No, it's not good enough, is it, at the minute? No cutting edge, really. And that's one thing I did expect from Norwich. I was expecting goals with this team. We can't find one at the minute. Oh, Porky said it's gone all the way through. And is there going to be offside? Nope, you get offside decisions against you. And 4 goals of the season. I'm pretty sure that's what he's got in real life. Well, whoever's defending it, it's gone right past her, and he's completely fucking oblivious to it. Maybe, look, wrong one. Go to attacking. Yeah, not the greatest star in the world, it has to be said, but I kind of was expecting it. But yeah, I don't like losing, put it that way. So this is going to be my natural reaction. Oh my god, what a shocker from Hooper. Oh boy. Same old football manager, eh? Same old. Well, at least we got possession here. Can we at least score a goal? That'd be nice. Just something. I'm just trying to find something to be positive about. So Martin running into the player there. And well, a bit of defending finally. Anything at all. Chance for Fair to... Oh, Fair's got to score. He does. Right, chance. Let's use some of these instructions. Get that off. That's probably, I think, that's what caused it there. Right, get stuck in. I think we should have said that. Push higher up. Exploit the middle. Okay, we'll go with that. Maybe we can still get a point here. I don't know what happened, but it was good. It was good work in the end. It was actually, I couldn't even tell you, but pressure from Fair got there to Baines, and Leroy Fair stuck it in. Second goal of the season, so he has 1 of the 7, or now 2 of the 8. No, it's not doing it. Come on, overloads. He'd never do. I would never recommend doing overloads, as it never actually does anything. It's almost a negative influence, to be honest. If you do overloads at sea, absolutely nothing. No reaction from the players, and we can't even get possession. Never do overloads. I just did it in vain hope, to be honest. Because if I didn't, I'd look like an idiot. And it's like, why are you not? I just get people in the comments asking why I didn't do overload. When you go for the last minute. But yeah, that's again that's point of proof now to refer back to this. If we are in a similar position again and I don't go overload, that's why. Well, at least we scored. I mean, admittedly not the greatest goal in the world, but how are these players who are blatantly at fault for the goals getting high ratings? I don't understand it. So Everton have pushed away. Now that is a real kick to the arse because they're now 12 points ahead of us. Better challenge, I suppose. There's a lot of stuff to do. Oh, go fuck yourself, you prick. Um, they hit the woodwork. He hit the woodwork and about 2 yards out. That says it all. Pressure's on the manager. I wonder. Let's see. You can tell if a game is glitchy or not. Look at the odds. Whether Vargas player, woman hell, that really is up to date, isn't it? You can tell who is insecure. Whether I'll be. Look at that. I'm approaching insecure already. I've just had one. What's that? Odds 5,000 to 1. Is that to be sacked? I imagine. Just odds. Yeah, I think it is. That's good. At least it means I can't be sacked. I won't be getting sacked soon. So a disappointing start, it has to be said. Very disappointing start, and it can only get harder as we get to play Man City. Again, away. I don't know what this game's fucking problem is with away games. And another away game after that. We've got, well, admittedly, we played home games here. 4 home games. Well, that was good for me. And we lost them. I was like, well, I know you lose them all because that's how the game works. Wow. We seem to be playing considerably more away games as well over the course of the season. This game has a fetish for the away game. I can just tell straight away. Well, I'm fucked already and we've played one game. I love this game. I really do.